Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the live chat, be sure to like the video, share the video. It is a subscribers only live chat, so subscribe to the channel. We have some breaking news in regards to Wendy Williams. As you know, if you missed any of our lives earlier today, I've been telling you, I've been gathering details. I had to watch the Kelvin Hunter, aka Kevin Hunter video IG live that he did yesterday, addressing Wendy Williams, addressing his lawsuit against Debmar Mercury. And then while we were just live breaking news about the Real Housewives of New York, Wendy took to her social media, her new Instagram account, and is breaking her silence about Wells Fargo. I was going to do a pre-recorded video, but I said no, because so many of you have such strong opinions. You will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts, both on the Kelvin Hunter IG Live and now Wendy Williams posting a video on her new official Instagram talking about Wells Fargo. We will get to that in just a second. I do want to say, Kelvin, you may have made my heart open to just a little bit, because based off of Kelvin Hunter's over an hour IG live, we learned a lot, including an incident that happened with Wendy Williams, which she ended up getting 2 blood transfusions, but they almost did not let her own son up to her. And her son allegedly had to threaten to call the police before that they would allow access to her. Apparently, there are people around Wendy Williams, and maybe this is why Wells Fargo, we will get to them in a second, might be alluding to there being ill influences around her. Maybe those influences are now gone. I don't know who these people are, but Kelvin spoke about it. And we've been hearing things like this. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I just went right on in. Oh, Bag Lady said, Kelvin is no good. I mean, at this point, he's the lesser of 2 evils. It's Wells Fargo. What are they doing? This should make everyone very frightened, because if they could do this to Wendy Williams and her millions of dollars, what about you? What about me? Well, I don't bank with Wells Fargo, but does this mean that other banks could do the same? Well, let's get into first what Kelvin had to say on his Instagram live. I was watching it all day, and then I got interrupted by so many different stories, but I'm going to report what Radar Online got from the story, but I did know there were other details. Kelvin was talking about his love for Sharina Hudson, the mistress of how many years. He now has a daughter with Sharina. Apparently, he wanted the kid. Okay. But before we get into that, we did hear of a life or death situation. I wrote this down. Hold on, let me get to my notes, because I was taking notes from earlier about this whole Kelvin IG live that he did. At one point, Kelvin says some people are, quote, worth more dead than alive, insinuating this is the way that the people around Wendy were treating her. And a lot of you said, we didn't see any of this stuff happen when Kelvin was managing her. And according to him, that's because he was protecting her for a very long time. And once he left, a lot of things changed, which goes back to the speculation that I've been telling you guys in my recent videos about Wendy. Is this whole situation her stalling, her saying, give me 3 months, just stalling out her contract with Debmar Mercury? Maybe. So when I got the alert that Wendy Williams went on her IG, I said, okay, wait a second. Let me see what she's going to talk about. She's not talking about her show. She's talking about Wells Fargo. But before we get into Wells Fargo, let's just talk about what Kelvin Hunter had to say. Okay. So according to Radar Online, okay, Wendy's ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter, is accusing her team of putting her in a life or death situation where they allegedly refused to let her son, Kevin Jr., allow medical professionals up to her apartment here in New York City. On Tuesday, Kevin Sr. took to his Instagram live to clear the air about a couple of things that were on his mind. He says, when it comes to whatever narratives that might be spun out there regarding me, my entire family, I want to first and foremost say I truly respect all I was able to experience with my ex-wife and what we were able to accomplish. As you know, Kelvin Hunter is now suing Debmar Mercury for $10 million, saying that he was the one who came up with the ideas for Hot Topics being as long as it was, the shoe cam, and all kinds of things. As I said to you before, he is not suing Wendy, who is a producer on the Wendy Williams show. He's specifically suing Lionsgate and Debmar Mercury. Okay. K-Baby says, was he protecting her or his position as a manager? Maybe. Let me focus on this so we can get through the story. For those that are watching the replay of this, I want you to get all the story before we jump around. Okay. So he continues and he says, what she has clearly accomplished on her own and her own merit and what we were able to accomplish together. He then seems to address their split vaguely. Wendy famously filed for divorce after Kelvin's alleged affair with a woman named Sharina Hudson. She's also a vegan chef. Kevin and Sharina ended up having a child and now live together in Florida. In the IG Live, he continued, he says, when it comes to my personal life of what the public has been able to see in real time, I take full accountability for my actions and understanding how I might have hurt a lot of people. I did hurt somebody. For that, I wish her nothing but the best and wellness and support. Kevin then starts to talk about being fired from the Wendy Williams show in 2019. He was given his walking papers after Wendy filed for divorce. As I said to you before, Kelvin is seeking $10 million in this lawsuit against Debmar Mercury. Hold on, y'all. He's accusing Debmar Mercury of wrongfully terminating him back in 2019 after Wendy filed for divorce. He claims he was responsible for the show's success and believes they owe him. Okay. According to Radar Online, the producers have yet to respond to this lawsuit. Sources tell Radar that Wendy has been getting close with Kevin years after their divorce. We're told he is helping her get back on her feet after months of health issues. During his Instagram Live, Kevin said his job, quote, was stripped from me because of who I chose to be with. Kevin said after he left, people around Wendy after he left, people around Wendy tried to discredit his success. He then went on to trash Wendy's producers for already moving on with Sherry Shepherd. He compared the situation to an athlete being injured. He said a team would allow their star to recover and come back, which is what Debmar Mercury has said they were doing, not discard them. This is what he's saying Debmar Mercury is doing to Wendy Williams. He says, Kevin said during his divorce, he continued helping Wendy with issues. I still had to save her life, he said. He said people around her know what he is talking about. They are responsible for almost seeing her life come to an end. I don't think any of us knew how dark it may have gotten for Wendy Williams during this time. As you know, right before she filed for divorce from Kelvin Hunter, she went to a sober house, admitted this on her daytime talk show, but later on made it seem as if this sober house was her way of getting out of her relationship with Kelvin Hunter. And I said to you, I wouldn't be surprised if you read Wendy Williams' 2 biographies, then you know that she's a plotter and planner. So it made complete sense to me. However, during the Wendy Williams show, we saw countless times, and we called the producers out on this, stop putting her out there if she's not well enough to be out there. There have been so many different allegations about Wendy Williams' mental health, her physical health. In a recent interview with Good Morning America, Wendy Williams revealed that her mind and body is that of a 25-year-old. However, she still needs 3 months. 3 months. When she was asked if she could go back to work the next day, she said, give me 3 months. She's still figuring things out, including things that are going on with her bank. But back to what Kelvin is saying on this IG Live. Okay. He said people around her know what he's talking about. They're responsible for almost seeing her life come to an end. There are current people in place, management, that clearly put her in a life or death situation and denied medical coverage and care. If it wasn't for my son, Kevin Jr., and myself stepping in, that's it. Kevin describes an incident where Wendy needed help, but claims members of her team refused to let Kevin Jr. allow rescuers up to treat her during a health scare. He claims Kevin Jr. had to threaten to call the cops to get the team's members to get out of his way. And two blood transfusions later, the Queen is still here, in reference to Wendy Williams and this incident. Kevin said that there were and still are a lot of vultures around Wendy. He accuses people at the show of dropping the ball once he left and not making sure she was taken care of properly. He said you would have never seen this happen to Ellen or Jimmy Fallon. Kevin then talked about the lawsuit he filed. He admitted having an affair, but questioned why that would lead to him being terminated. Was it something that Wendy Williams asked them to do? Later in the video, he says that Kevin Jr. is taking care of his mother and he has his full support. He's concerned people are trying to paint Kevin Jr. as a monster to try and take control over Wendy. Kevin Jr. is not the monster here. It might be Kelvin, but it also might be this damn Debmar Mercury. You know, when we've been covering these stories, I've told you multiple times, there have been incidents where Wendy was slurring her words on air. A lot of you had noticed that she seemed to not remember stories, details of stories over the last couple of years. There have been rumors that there might be alcohol involved. There are all kinds of things out there. But Kevin breaking his silence now, I said, wow, this... So here are a couple of things. I think on one hand, is he finally speaking out because she's about to be out of her contract? On another hand, is the money running out? I don't know. I like to give you, I love to twerk on a fence. Look, y'all know I love to twerk on it. Where's my twerker? Y'all know I love to twerk on a fence. All right, let me say thank you. Victor, thank you so much for the super chat. Victor says, let's call a spade a spade. Sharena's pregnancy set Wendy off. Sharena gave Kevin what she couldn't, a baby girl. Wendy lost her husband and a manager at the same time. She lost her only support system all at once. That sounds so tragic. Oh, Tyrone, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you. So Wendy has broken her silence. So that's not the only Wendy story we have to talk about. Wendy took to her Instagram to talk about the Wells Fargo situation. Quick rundown of what this Wells Fargo situation is. Wells Fargo is accusing the people around Wendy of having ill influence over her finances. Wendy is saying that is not the situation at all. It's when I decided to get rid of Lori Schiller, did they decide to try and hold on to my money? Well, in this IG video that she posted, Wendy is calling out Lori Schiller. She's calling out Wells Fargo and more. So let's get into that. And then I will post the link so you guys can call in because I know you guys have thoughts. I know you have thoughts. Sylvia, thank you. Sylvia. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I didn't even know they had $50 super stickers. Let me look at that super sticker that you just sent. Oh my goodness. Thank you. What? Y'all know I love to twerk on the fence. I'm sorry. I just had to see the super sticker. Wow. I never saw us. Thank you. Sylvia, you did not have to do that, but we appreciate you help keep the lights on here at the studio. Okay. So Wendy took to her social media. Let me share this. Let me share my screen with you guys. Hold on. Jazz, okay. Oh, wait. Jazz, you should shimmy for that. All right. Y'all know we love to shimmy for the dollars here on the channel. All right. Jamoka says shimmy. Y'all know what? It's all right. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are talking about this Wendy Williams story. Wendy Williams has taken to her social media to talk about the Wells Fargo situation. The case is now sealed. So there's not a lot that we can get from it because now it's sealed because it does deal with her mental health. This guardianship, this very similar to the Britney Spears conservatorship, is what Wells Fargo is saying that is needed in this Wendy situation. Based on what Kelvin said during his IG live, and based on what Wells Fargo is saying, I mean, there's some truth in there about the influences around her. However, according to Wendy Williams, this man took her American Express card to hire a lawyer to get a conservatorship over her. How dare you? Wells Fargo, you do not have an innocent past either, even in recent news. Let's see what Wendy has to say. Enough of me speaking. This is what Wendy had to say. Let me bring this up. Hold on, y'all.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right. And you know this is not fair. And this guy named Bernie Young, I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney to file a petition against me. That was done with my American Express card. Bernie Young, you're no good. And this is not fair at all, you know? And then there's this person, a former doctor, okay, had medical information about me that I never even got. It was sent over to Lori Schiller. So I haven't gotten the stuff. I fired the doctor. And again, all I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. And certainly, this is not fair. This is not fair. You know, Wells Fargo has used all this stuff to create the guardianship over me. This is not right. And certainly this is not fair. The New York court system is, without evidence, they're being weird to me, this court system. Without evidence, they took all this information and continued with what's going on with me based on what Wells Fargo is doing. This is not fair. This is not fair, you know? And the New York court is treating me like they did in, do you remember Kung Fu judge case? Do you remember that Kung Fu judge case? That's not right, and that is not fair. Lori Schiller, Bernie Young, and Wells Fargo, please let me have access to my money. This is not right. And again, this is not fair. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Okay, y'all. So I know you're all asking who's Bernie Young. Bernie Young. Oh, hold on. All right, Wendy.
Questions.
1 second. Bernie Young is her manager. Bernie, remember we reported to you that she got rid of her team, including her manager, Bernie. Bernie was brought on after Kelvin was removed. Where's my picture of Bernie? Hold on, y'all. If you see this man, look, if you see this man, hold on. hiring an attorney against her? This is Bernie. Isn't Bernie a former detective? I mean, he did look fishy. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about some breaking news in regards to Kelvin Hunter. He went on his IG Live talking about everything that's been going on with him, his lawsuit against the Wendy Williams show, Debmar Mercury, and what's going on in his relationship and his divorce from Wendy and what's been going on with Wendy. Wendy took to her social media to address what's going on with the Wells Fargo situation. Because I saw all of you asking, who is is it Bernie Young? And I said, wait, let me double check. Bernie Young is her manager, or was her manager. Don't know who's managing her stuff now. We do know her son, Kevin Jr., is very much involved in what's going on with her life. And I'm so glad that Kevin Jr. is an older, he's not a kid anymore, but he's still a kid. But I know he's growing up very quickly right now. I know there are going to be a lot of people that have mixed feelings on Wendy's, how she's presenting herself in this video. She's still on the mend. And someone said he's in the Whispers. He does look like he's from the Whispers. Okay, we are so silly on this channel, but I love how we can take a serious situation like this and make a little bit light. But can we start with the hashtag help Wendy? I saw some of you putting that in the chat. Can we help Wendy? Because I trust no one in this situation. I don't trust Kelvin Hunter. I don't trust Bernie Young. Bernie, I was rooting for you, Bernie. I said, you know what? She's got a new manager. Hopefully Bernie is the right one. But remember, she had to get this manager like almost immediately. Wendy had to get this manager. A manager I used to be a manager for an artist. That is like your parent. That is your 24/7. This is very disturbing. Guys, we have almost 1,200 people watching. We appreciate you all being here and being a part of the conversation, because I know a lot of you, no matter how you feel about Wendy and how she's treated celebrities over the years, I have to say people have always been so kind to Wendy during the really low moments of her career. And I think a lot of people still respect what Wendy Williams has brought to the table when it comes to pop culture news, when it comes to hot topics. She is definitely one of the people that have led the way for what we do here. For those of us that talk about hot topics, both on social media, both, on TV. I saw that Tamron Hall was paying respect to Wendy because she was saying, you and I are the only Black women that solo host a daytime talk show. And right now, she's not on the show. Yes, in the future, we're going to get Jennifer Hudson, we hear. Sherri Shepherd announced her show. I just feel bad for Sherri, though. There's like a dark cloud over her whole situation. And some of you have been predicting that it's not going to work. I don't know. I want it to work out for Sherri. Exactly. Mocha says nobody deserves this treatment. No one. I don't trust Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is infamous for some bad behavior. And recently, I saw a lawsuit. You guys have been sending me the articles. I appreciate it. Michelle says, I'm sorry, Jennifer Hudson? Okay, wait till we see it first, y'all. Let's first watch it. But look, I've shifted. I've talked about I'm going to get a daytime talk show. I've shifted. Daytime talk is dying. I don't want to be on a dying, sinking ship. Do we have a picture of Lori? Let me see, y'all. I can't confirm who she is, and so I don't want to post the picture up because she isn't a public person. So no picture of her. And I don't want to be, y'all ain't gonna try to sue me. Look, I'm trying to build a situation, try to take me out. Carla says, I am getting my money out of Wells Fargo, and I cannot blame you. This makes things very, very concerning, Wells Fargo. You know what, Danielle? Danielle said, come on, Kempire, for nighttime talk like Arsenio. I don't know about that. Y'all don't want me, Kempire after dark. Anyways, this is not about me. Guys, let me drop the call-in link. I do want to hear what you guys have to say. If you haven't liked the video already, let's get to 500 likes. I'm going to drop the call-in link regardless, but let's get to 500 likes. Liking our video helps other smaller content creators that create similar content like I do, show up on your algorithm. So like the video so you can support us, but you're also supporting others. Okay? So let me drop the call-in link. Let me see what you guys have to say. Guys, we're live on multiple platforms. Michelle says, we want you, Kempire. It's okay. Y'all are not Kempire after dark. Y'all are our best. Oh, wait. Or let me drop this link. Yeah, you know, I love y'all for real. Y'all make me laugh. And I've been appreciating all the love. We hit over 104,000 subscribers today. Shout out to all of you. Welcome to the mess. Fun mess. Thank you, Miss Reed. Miss Reed's like, you need 1,000 likes. I know we got almost 1,200 people in here, but look, I can't force people to like. All right. Let me drop this link. Hold on, y'all. And then let me post this link. Okay. All right. If you're just joining us, we're talking about some breaking news regarding Wendy Williams. She has taken to her social media to address the Wells Fargo situation. Do you guys know the Kung Fu case that she was bringing up? I wasn't familiar. I don't know. If you are familiar, you're calling in. Let us know, or let us know in the chat. It's very concerning, this Wells Fargo situation. As I said to you before, the case is now sealed. So there's very little information that we have on it besides Wendy coming out and speaking about it. And it seems as if when Kelvin Hunter took to his IG, he also spoke about it as well. So he finds what they're doing shaky and shady too, but he might be one of the people she hasn't been able to pay because Wells Fargo's holding on to the money. I can't. All right. Let's get to, y'all know I barely be eating today. Y'all know how I get, right? I'm drinking a shake right now. Thank you so much, exactly, for always supporting the channel with your commentary, with your super chats. You guys know you don't have to give super chats, but we appreciate them. Shout out to all of you that send in like cash apps. I've gotten quite a few cash apps congratulating us on our 100K. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly says, Wells Fargo is a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the ball. I didn't even read the comment. And as I'm reading, I'm like, you know what? I care with y'all. Jay Breezy, thank you so much for the super chat. Jay Breezy says, Bernie has been her manager for at least a decade. She called him her best friend. Other than Regina in the past, wouldn't paint him as bad so fast. All right. Has he been her manager for a decade? We only started hearing Bernie's name since she parted ways with Kelvin, though. So I'm not sure about that. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. She said, after the pick of Uncle Bernie, aka Johnny Cochran and Walter Whispers, I keep singing Olivia in my head. You know what? Oh, I mean, I need to confirm that. Has Bernie been around for at least no? See, Bernie is new. I am a Wendy Williams connoisseur. I followed her career for years. I would highly doubt if Bernie was around, we would have seen or heard of Bernie before at some point. Kelvin was the only one behind the scenes managing all those details. Yeah. See, a lot of people are confirming that for me. See, but I appreciate the super chat, Breezy. But I just like, I don't think so. And also, we have to remember, wasn't he a former detective or former NYPD something? Yeah. KB says, no, Kelvin was her manager until they broke up. Look, don't mess with I'm a connoisseur of Wendy Williams. Listening to her, I remember listening to Wendy as a kid when I probably shouldn't have been listening to Wendy. Just saying. Okay. Let me take a sip. Okay. I apologize, y'all. Let me take some callers, guys. Callers, I'm not going to put up the timer. Where is my... I am going to put up the timer because I say I'm not going to put up the timer and then y'all act up. Not those of you that are on the line. I'm just saying. Let me put up the timer. Wait, you know what? Do I have the timer here? Because, yeah, you know what? Town hall is in session. No, it's not. But someone said bring on the timer, Robin. All right, let me hold on. Let me just bring this timer in here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me bring the timer in. I'm only giving you guys a minute because I can already see the backstage is full. Okay. Let's see if I can find the timer. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Here it is. All right. Let's bring it in here. All right. The timer's here, y'all. Y'all asked for the time. I know the callers are like, damn it. All right. In my opinion, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on in my opinion?
Hi, Kempire. I got a quick comment. I'm finna be gone.
Okay.
I think that this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has made this money but Wendy, and she should have some account on how her money is spent and who's over her money. If she made her son Kevin Jr. over her, over her estate and tried to put him over her finances, then that's what should be said. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have accountability over somebody else's pockets.
Mm.
You have a good night.
You too, in my opinion. We
No, they
appreciate
never can win when they playing dirty in my Nene voice.
Have a good night, in my opinion. All right. Victor, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on, let me reset the timer because I don't want Victor to be like, you know, set me up. Okay, hold on. Victor. There we go.
Hey there, handsome.
Oh, hey. What's going on? Victor, can you hear me? Go ahead.
So, all right, I just want to preface what I'm going to say by saying that I absolutely love Wendy, so I don't want any hate. But from that video, she still doesn't look like she's all there yet. I think it's still a work in progress. That being said, I think I did watch Kelvin's live that he did. And I think he validated something that I've been thinking for a while, which is that, first of all, he confirmed he was a terrible husband, number one. But as a manager, I think he was really, really good. I think that I just watching his dialogue through the live, I think he confirmed that. This totally sucks for Wendy Williams. I mean, this situation, no matter how you look at it, I think it's been a rough patch for a while. And I really do hope that her son is able to kind of help her, because it seems like he's her only support system right now, which is very sad. But, sending her lots of prayers and her son as well.
Definitely. Victor, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Oh, Miss Janae is backstage. I'm going to bring you up, Miss Janae. What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I am currently in Florida, but I am a native of Philadelphia, and Wendy was once there. And upon her exit from Philadelphia, it was very sketchy. She came into the studio, and everyone said they talked more about it afterwards. But it was, I listened to it live while it was happening. Mm-hmm. She brought her husband up into the studio, and the other DJs had said that they knew something was fishy when she brought him in the studio. And he basically said that she quit for her. Like, she brought him in the studio, and he said, well, yeah, I had to come up and pop my wife's collar for her. It's a bunch of other crazy mess. And they just had this weird exit for her last day in Philly. It was very weird. So she has a history of leaving, in a sketchy way. During her mother's funeral, she had made mention that Kelvin, I don't know if is it Kevin or Kelvin, her husband, had jumped in because there was a scuffle at her mother's funeral. Mm-hmm. So they're still cool, even though he did her dirty. And mind you, I believe she knew about this woman for a lot longer than she's making mention, of course. So I believe they probably had an understanding or an arrangement, and it was just, okay, all bets are off because now you got a baby. And, that was probably the last straw. But I believe him. I believe that everything that he says, that he probably was the one helping her. Okay. And Wells Fargo, I closed my account with them about 3 years ago. They were in the news of taking people their customers' accounts and taking portions of them. I mean, all banks do it, but they were doing it in excess and paying their employees extra money and bonuses if they did it, taking portions of their money and opening other accounts like shadow accounts. So yeah, no, they're
Okay. Miss
crazy.
Janae, thank you with the tea.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Ooh, yeah, I did hear about that story with Wells Fargo, but Wells Fargo is also facing some other accusations too. Just stay tuned. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, we are talking about the Wendy Williams situation. We have some callers calling in, weighing in on their thoughts on Kelvin Hunter's IG Live and the breaking news that Wendy Williams is calling out Wells Fargo. She's calling out Lori Schiller, who worked as her financial advisor at Wells Fargo. And she's calling out Bernie Young, her manager. All right, Robin's back. What's going on, Robin?
Kempire, I'm very concerned that Wendy's universe remained so small that now she's a solo dolo operator.
Yeah.
The fact that she only had Kelvin to rely upon, the fact that she didn't have any other honest friends and real relationships in the industry. Because remember, she was the other. So she didn't have friends. She didn't have anyone to rely on. And now I'm just wishing that she had a team behind her, because while watching her on that video, she looked a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
I was bothered by her saying it's not fair. It was like a mini tantrum, but it was controlled. She sounded more youthful or younger, like less mature than I would have expected her to say, to speak up for her, asking for her money. And I don't know it seems like she has no one around her, because this is not a great assault, if you will. It's not an offensive or defensive measure on her behalf. And that concerns me a great deal.
Robin, we appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Look. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take this off. Okay. Jazzy, I'm going to bring you up for a comment. What's going on, Jazzy?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
How are you?
Great. I'm sitting here with my mom. We love you so
Love you,
much.
Mom.
Love you, Kempire.
Oh, thank you. Love you too.
I'm going to be real quick because, Taurus Sun, Cancer rising, me and you, we right here.
Oh, wow.
So let me tell you, I see Wendy as a Cancer being that kind of reserved person and letting that person take control. And this is such a good lesson for all of us. We have to be our own advocate, because look at poor Wendy, everything that she has achieved, and she is on her own and people have done her wrong. It just really breaks my heart. I'm ready to take the Southwest flight, $59 one way to New York, and I'm ready to ride at dawn, because they are doing her so dirty. And no ill will to Sherry, but when you get in with messy folks, you get mess on you. So that's all I have to say. But I love you.
Thank you guys so much, mama and daughter. I love it.
Love you, Kemper.
Bye. Bye. I love it. You guys are so amazing. I have such a great community of people. I don't just say that. I really feel the love a lot lately. You guys have been saying so many really kind things about what we do here on the channel. I appreciate it. Please understand, I really do appreciate it. And our channel is international, because I'm going to bring up Mocha Rains here. Mocha Rain all the way from Australia.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on? I love your face too. Come on, Mocha.
So for me, like Wendy, Brittany, Amanda Bynes, like this is almost bordering human rights issues to me, because these are people's money, their livelihood. They've worked so hard for everything, and whoever it is wants to come in and take that from them. And then there's people in their lives that don't stand up for them. Like, you can understand why people keep their family in to help them protect what they make, but even family steals from you. And it's so horrible that this woman has gone through as much as she has, both in business and in personal life, and she can't even access her money, and her son can't even do anything to help because he wasn't really of legal age when all this started. And it's just really sad. So yeah, that's where I sit on it. I think if she can get the right people around her, hopefully she can end up in a better space, both mentally and emotionally, as well as financially.
Definitely.
So thank you.
Thank you, Mocha. Have a great day. Bye. Ooh. Let me see. You guys are saying, yeah, yes, we are international, y'all. Barbados, what's going on? Yes, free. We got to figure out our hashtag. Is it help Wendy? Is it free Wendy? Both. Look, both. Okay. I mean, shout out to the free Britney movement. They've really pushed for where Britney Spears is today, able to make more decisions on her own life. Yes, Jesus. And congratulations to Amanda Bynes. Her parents supported the end of her conservatorship, which was declared this week. And shout out to our friends over at Emily D. Baker. She revealed to us in these court documents before they were sealed with Wendy Williams that what we call conservatorship in California is what they call a guardianship here in New York. Oh, yes. Come on, Danielle. Danielle says, hashtag help free Wendy. There we go. Okay. I like that. I like that. All right. Karen, are you there? Karen, all I'm looking at is that ceiling, so I'm not going to bring you up. Oh, wait. Okay. Are you ready, Karen? Okay. Karen.
Okay. First of all, first time here.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you. But I'm a Jamaican, so I hope my accent comes off clear.
It's clear to me. My family's Jamaican.
Okay, we love Wendy in Jamaica, but my hashtag is cancel Wells Fargo.
Oh,
Cancel. That's my hashtag. And the
okay.
thing is, Kelvin Hunter, his life today was so insightful because I was mad at this man for some time now. But now I understand that Wendy was all about her career. He wanted a family. He wanted a big family, it seems. So I can't blame him much. But listen, Wendy's lonely because she has no real friends. And when you're rich and have money, you are not going to know who is real and who is fake because everybody's coming to get something. You understand?
Yeah.
But all I have to say is she has to just stay strong and stay strong for her and her son. Simple. That's for me. So
Thank
cancel
you.
Wells Fargo. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I have to say, shout out to all the Caribbean islands, but when I hear a Jamaican accent, it's like it feels like home. It really does. If y'all didn't know, Jamaican. I was born here, but my entire family is from Jamaica. My parents are in Jamaica. But shout out to all my Caribbeans. All right. Jennifer, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Jennifer?
Hey, Kempire, how are you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm kind of like you too. So I don't be speaking when we're talking about the African shows or whatever. My mother was Ethiopian, but I was born here, so I don't really know a lot about the culture too. So I'm like you. But anyway, I love everybody. And I'm for Kempire After Dark. I gotta say that real quick.
Wait, let me start this timer for you. You know, Jennifer.
I am serious. That would blow, man, fire. So here's the thing. I think number one, all people of color should pull their money from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has been a mess for years. So all people of color should pull their money from there. And I do feel sorry for Wendy. I really do. No one should have to go through this. But remember that old saying, be careful of the toes you step on today. They may be attached to the ass you kiss tomorrow. Damn. And Wendy would have so many more people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love her. I don't have a problem with her. I was never on her radar. Yeah. But how many people could be coming to her defense that she just boom, boom, boom? You know what I'm saying? But I love her. She still doesn't deserve this. But we do have to be careful how we treat people because they have long memories. I love you, Kempire.
Thank you so much for calling.
And I'm waiting for After Dark, boo.
You guys in this damn After Dark. Hold on. Let me just say thank you. We got a couple of super chats. Thank you, Janae, for the super chat. She says, industry heads love money-making addicts. They surround you with pushers, squeeze out people, and potential protectors from cash cow. Where's her lawyer, Sister Wanda? That's the part of the industry that is so sad to me and scary to me at the same time. And that's why I keep my circles so small. And that's why I don't really trust a lot of people. If you know me, you know. Yeah, it's a very, very sad situation. And as so many of you hit me up, Kempire, do you need an assistant? I'm like, well, you're going to be vetted heavily, like an FBI vetting. Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Michelle says the hashtag should be give Wendy her damn money. I know that's right. We can have more than one hashtag. Simone, thank you so much for the super chat. Simone says we need to pray for protection for Kevin Jr. These snakes will do anything to control her. Jr. is 21 now. He can be her conservator. Yeah. Danielle's backstage. I'm going to bring Danielle up. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey there.
Very
Hashtag
good.
Empire After Dark.
Here we all go. The timer has started, Danielle.
Okay. I'm going to be quick because I got to call my mother back. My concern or my thought as we've been in this live, which is why I'm kind of calling in late. Wendy normally moves in silence. I see a lot of people in the comments like, how do we think Wendy looks? I don't think she looks her best because we're not used to the smeared eyeliner and stuff. And we know Wendy to move in silence. The whole time she was plotting and planning her divorce, she spoke nothing of it. She knew what was going on. Everything came out about the baby. Everything was hitting the fan in the papers, and she never spoke of anything because Wendy moves in silence. It makes me wonder who recorded this video because it doesn't look like it's a selfie because even though we only see one hand, what we know of Wendy when we've seen her look bad, we literally recognize her looking bad. We've seen her fall with her Statue of Liberty out front. Like we know Wendy's bad side. This just doesn't look like it was done. The video was taken by her. And I'm wondering who is behind this camera. And not to knock her, she's a very intelligent lady, but we don't know her to be that tech savvy with technology and Instagram and stuff. And she said it. I'm not all on the Instagram and all. So who did it, unless it was Junior,
and
respectfully.
In all fairness, and then I'm going to let you go because your time is run out. In all fairness, Kevin Jr. was photographed with Wendy last week, leaving New York at the airport. And the video footage that we saw originally of Wendy when she launched this new Instagram was with Kevin Jr. So I think he is very much involved in the social media aspect of her things.
I hope so. And to the previous chat where he's 21, I hope he is maybe taking a business class down in Florida or something so he can take over and help his mom. Free Wendy. Yeah. Help free Wendy.
Definitely. All right, let me just say thank you. We got a couple more super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super sticker, Cassandra. Thank you, Jesus, for the super chat. Jesus says, you know what Rihanna said, bitch, better have my money. And that's exactly what I got from this video of Wendy. She's like, I can't imagine a bank holding on to my money. Even though technically, I'll tell you guys, I'm not going to throw my bank under the bank, but when I wanted to move my money, they don't want you to move your money. They really don't. They will try everything in their power. Not you're like, oh, this or that. So banks do not want you to move your money, especially if you're trying to move millions. Not me specifically. All right, let me get to these callers. All right, Nadeem, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Nadeem?
Hello.
How's
it going, Kempire?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Okay, here I go. I'm going to drag Sherry Shepherd for a quick second.
Oh. Okay.
Sherry Shepherd, you oompa loompa looking. How could you say that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit gave you a talk show when you knew good and goddamn well that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit did not see fit to heal Wendy Williams and give her her own daggone show back? So God gave you a show, but didn't think that it was a good idea to just heal the old lady and give her her own damn show that she started from zero? You old scheming heifer.
Why scheming heifer?
Listen, Sherry, we was rooting for you, but you is doing Wendy wrong. And that's all I got to say. Free Wendy, and Wells Fargo can go to hell.
Was that Wendy? Come on. Why does that have to be about Sherry Shepherd? Sherry, that wasn't me. All right, Cammie, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Cammie?
Hey, Kemp, can you hear me this time?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good. Okay, well, first and foremost, congrats on your 100K. Well
Thank you.
deserved. I absolutely adore you, your personality, and your platform.
Thank you.
So I want to get that out the way, and I'm going to keep it under a minute. I'm conflicted with Wendy because even though Wells Fargo is shady, there's something in my gut that's telling me some weird transaction, something spawned this. Not to say that she shouldn't have her money or transfer it to another bank, but I think it's something that we don't know that kind of started this. And with the video, I get she's on the mend, but it looked like she kept looking off to the side, like it was a cue card or something. Maybe I'm over analyzing it, but it looked like she would speak and then kind of look off to the side like it was coached. And I'm in agreement that who's ever in her circle that's letting her do these videos, maybe let her get a little bit further in her rehabilitation, because I don't know, it's questionable. But I'm going to keep it under the minute. And
Okay.
thanks for letting me in.
Of course. Thank you, Cammy. All right. Toya's backstage. I'm going to bring Toya up for a quick comment. What's going on, Toya?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So, I have mixed emotions about Sherry, but I guess she's not the cause of all of this, so we cannot really crucify her. But I just wish she did not take that job, if you may call it a job or whatever. I wish she didn't take the time slot. But anyway, I just want to say that, it's so sad, and I wish that more people would come out in support of Wendy, even though she's been a bit ruthless to these celebrities. However, what they've done to her, they may do to other people and people of color. So I don't care what Wendy's done in the past. I just wish more people would come out in support of her, because no bank has the right to take your money, and no person, unless you're declared mentally insane, should ever be able to control your life in that way. So I'm totally behind Wendy. I fully support her and her son, and I really wish that Kelvin Hunter would step in somehow and try to help as well.
Word on the street. That's what he's been doing unofficially. So we
I
shall
really
see.
hope. And one more thing, and I don't watch his channel no more, but I really wish that her brother would do very less talking.
Oh, Tommy?
Yes, he talks a lot, but anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Thank you, Toya.
Thank you, bye.
I'm sorry. Ooh. Tommy, the girls are reading you. All right. We're going to take these last couple of callers. Candace, I'm going to bring you up. Hey, Candace.
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. So I kind of co-sign with one of the callers Jennifer said, and I have mixed emotions about Wendy. I went to Wendy on my 40th birthday to her talk show, and it was one of my bucket item events. But I have mixed emotions on Wendy, because Wendy has done and said so much about other people, but at the same time, I appreciate the career that she's built. I think everybody who is doing wrong to Wendy, their time is going to come, and we all reap what we sow. So I hope Wendy comes back stronger. I hope she comes back better, but I hope this humbles her a little bit to realize that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. That was it.
Okay. In under a minute. Thank you, Candace.
Hey, bye.
Bye. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about some breaking news regarding Wendy Williams taking to her social media to address the Wells Fargo lawsuit that she has. Also, we're talking about Kelvin Hunter's IG live that he had yesterday, talking about everything from his relationship with Wendy Williams, his new baby mama, and his lawsuit against Debmar Mercury for wrongful termination. I'm going to bring up Nia. What's going on, Nia?
Hey, Kempire, it's Naya.
Oh, Naya. Hey, Naya. How are you?
I'm good. Well, to get to business, I'm a little put off by like the bank and her staff. It seems as though there's some kind of entanglement of funds that someone's trying to hide an eye from. So that's kind of sneaky, and it's probably why they're going so hard against giving her actual money or letting her see what's going on with it. Side note, I'm not here for Sherry. Based on the things she said about the LGBT people, me being trans, not here for it. And weirdly enough, I kind of see the appeal in Kevin. I don't know. I think I was watching the video of him kind of speaking. I could see where she could kind of go for that Rose Street dude. He seems kind of street and savvy, but people make mistakes. But that's all I had to say.
Thank you so much, Naya. Okay, in under a minute. I love it. Okay. All right, let me remove this link because I know you guys are still calling in and y'all know what time it is. And if you've been here with me all day, you know this is our third live of the day. Yesterday, earlier today, we recapped the Real Housewives of New Jersey. If you missed that, be sure to check that out. We also talked about Jen Shah threatening lawsuits for people saying that they didn't receive their merch. We also posted a video talking about Kanye wanting to get full custody. Be sure to check that out. And right before this live, we had some breaking news that The Real Housewives of New York will be coming back, but it's going to be a complete reboot and a new series where they're going to highlight former members of the show to come back. Be sure to check that out if you haven't checked it out already. Let me bring up some. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat, a super sticker. Thank you, D-Rich, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Okay, Robin, did you call in? Hold on. Robin, did you call in?
Yes, I'm pulling a Miss Bernice right now.
Oh, you know what? Okay, you're gonna get that extra minute. Okay, go ahead.
Not even, but I just am hoping that people will not drag Sherri Shepherd for getting the opportunity. She may or may not have gotten this opportunity, but she's not coming in trying to take Wendy down. I have said it before. In this whole thing, she has supported Wendy, as a whole lot of other people who have come in and guest hosted for her. And I just think it's a shame that people are not dragging Debmar Mercury, who should have been out front for Sherri. Just like, remember how what happened with Michael Strahan and Kelly Ripa, how ABC just threw him to the wolves. And it's kind of like the same thing. She just doesn't deserve to be dragged. And if she takes this opportunity, and I kind of wish she doesn't, almost only because she's not starting out on an even footing. I just hope that people just really understand she's not Wendy. She's not trying to be Wendy. Ain't going to be another Wendy. And hopefully it'll be a whole lot of different shows. And just for the record, Hot Topics was a Barbara Walters invention. Good night, Kempire. I had sushi during the last live. I just was having Twizzlers. I'm having a salad for dinner. What you having?
I have no idea. I need to go figure that out. I don't got a chef.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. Robin is a mess. But Robin does bring up a really valid point. Look, it's a very weird situation for Sherri Shepherd. She is getting her own daytime talk show. Word on the street, it's going to be Wendy's staff. But if it wasn't Wendy, these people would be unemployed. I'm willing to give Sherri an opportunity. As I said to you guys before, she's been very popular covering for Wendy. More of our focus should be on Debmar Mercury, the same people that allegedly pushed Wendy out there when she wasn't well enough to do it. Okay, so, all right. One last caller, Dr. Batty. Speaking of doctors, hold on. Dr. Payne, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. Payne says, hi, Kempire and the community. Boo, Wells Fargo. Thank you for the super chat. Dr. Batty, what's going on?
Hello, Kempire. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I am great. So I'm going to try and keep this very short and sweet and to the point. I started listening to Wendy when I was about 7 years old. And at that time, she was doing Hot Topics at 3 o'clock on WBLS.
7 years old?
7. Now, I have now received my doctorate degree. So that tells you how long I've been following Wendy. Thank you very much. Okay. So, for everyone who is saying, oh, Wendy is tough and she's done a lot of people wrong, Wendy would not be Wendy if she was not delivering the salacious news and giving her opinion on things and saying things that we think in our heads, but don't have the balls to say out of our mouth. Okay. That is how Wendy became the staple Wendy Williams on WBLS, as well as the 6-week sneak peek that she got on television. So all of this, oh, this is her karma and her payback and whatever, get over that shit, okay? Because you wouldn't be in and you wouldn't be entertained and, all in watching the train wreck that is the Wendy Williams show. The hot mess, all of it is all entertaining, and no one can do it better. So yes, Sherri Shepherd is who she is as an individual. She doesn't have the gall to be as cutthroat and ruthless and deliver the news and discuss her opinions on hot topics like Wendy Williams does. That's why there is only and will ever be one Wendy Williams. Drops
Thank you, Dr. Batty, and congrats on your
problem.
doctorate. That's amazing.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care. All right. You guys are amazing. Oh, Dr. Payne, I think you sent another super chat. We appreciate it. Let me get to these super chat. DGF, thank you so much for the super chat. DGF says Wendy has done no more than other legendary gossip mongers and rags like Walter Winchell, Hedda Hopper, Rona Barrett, and Hollywood Confidential Mag. Okay, all right. Victor, thank you so much for the super chat. Victor says, don't worry about dinner. Just come on. Oh, what is happening right now? What is happening? All right. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all being here for this breaking news about Wendy Williams and Kelvin Hunter. I've been meaning to get to this story today. And then, of course, Wendy took to her social media to break this news that she is still battling with Wells Fargo. Still battling with Wells Fargo to get access to the millions of dollars that she has within the bank. If you're watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts on what Kelvin Hunter had to say, what Wendy Williams had to say. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Let's get out of here with some music, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. Ooh, baby. You're my sugar dripping, chocolate covered waffle cone. No, I can't leave that boy alone. Need a taste up in the morning. You got a girl just jonesing. Need a fix from my favorite type of candy store. Got me shaking, going out of control. Let me have a little something. You know I'm hooked up on that loving. Let's rock, roll, escape. Let the stress just slide away. Oh, baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Champagne, let's celebrate. Let that old school record play. Oh, baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. Ooh, baby. You got me feeling like I'm overheating in the shade. There's a rise up in the centigrade. Need a taste to keep me going. You know you keep a girl jonesing. I need a hit, keep it coming, ain't no antidote. One kiss, that's all she wrote. I'm an addict, I confess it. Woo, this love is a blessing. So let's rock, roll, escape. Let the stress just slide away. Oh, baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Champagne, let's celebrate. Let that old school record play. Oh, baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. Oh, baby. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh, my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic. And I